What if I told you that behind heavy metal's loudest screams and hardest riffs were battles far darker than any song lyric? On stage, these icons looked untouchable. Bottles raised, crowds roaring, nights that never seemed to end. But offstage, alcohol slowly took control, wrecking careers, relationships, and sometimes their bodies and minds. Some drank to kill the pain, others drank to keep the party alive. Either way, the damage was real and the fallout was brutal. Their music shook the world, but their addictions nearly destroyed them. Here are 15 heavy metal icons who fought the worst alcohol addictions and the shocking stories fans rarely talk about. 15. Kerry King. Kerry King built his reputation on pure aggression. From the blistering speed of Slayer's riffs to the dark themes that shocked the world, his image was loud, intense, and unapologetic. Offstage, that same intensity followed him into a long-running battle with alcohol. During Slayer's peak years, heavy drinking was part of the culture. Endless tours, late nights, and a non-stop party atmosphere made alcohol feel normal, even expected. For Kerry, drinking wasn't just casual, it was woven into daily life on the road. Bandmates and crew often talked about how alcohol fueled both chaos and creativity. Shows were brutal and relentless, but the lifestyle behind the scenes was just as extreme. Kerry himself later admitted that drinking became routine, not a celebration. It helped numb exhaustion and pressure, but it also took a toll on focus, health, and balance. While Slayer never publicly collapsed because of addiction, the strain was always there, quietly building. Unlike some metal icons, Kerry didn't hit a single dramatic breaking point. Instead, reality crept in slowly. Health concerns, aging, and the realization that the lifestyle couldn't last forever forced change. Over time, he pulled back, cleaned up his habits, and focused on longevity rather than excess. The music stayed aggressive, but the self-destruction eased. Kerry King's story isn't about a public downfall, it's about survival in one of the most extreme bands metal has ever known. He proved that even in a genre built on chaos, discipline can quietly win without killing the fire that made the music legendary. If you're into the real stories behind metal legends, don't go anywhere yet. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay with the channel as we uncover more dark, untold chapters from heavy metal history. 14. Duff McKagan. Duff McKagan lived fast in a band that defined excess. Guns N' Roses exploded into fame, and with it came non-stop touring, late nights, and unlimited access to alcohol. For Duff, drinking wasn't just part of the party. It became a daily habit that slowly took control. Vodka was his drink of choice, and by his own admission, it followed him from morning until night. What started as fun turned into dependency, and dependency turned into danger. As the years passed, his body began to break down. Alcohol affected his stomach, liver, and overall health, but he kept pushing through shows and recording sessions. The pressure to stay strong in one of the biggest bands on the planet made it easier to ignore warning signs. Eventually, his body forced the truth into the open. Duff suffered severe pancreatitis, a life-threatening condition directly linked to heavy drinking. Doctors told him he was close to death. That moment changed everything. Duff realized fame meant nothing if he did not survive long enough to enjoy it. He committed to sobriety, changed his diet, started exercising, and rebuilt his life from the ground up. His recovery did not just save his health, it gave him clarity and stability. Duff's story stands out because it shows how quiet damage can be more dangerous than public chaos. Alcohol nearly ended his life, but discipline and self-awareness allowed him to return stronger, healthier, and still respected as a metal icon. 13. Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper turned shock into an art form. On stage, he played a character built on darkness, danger, and chaos. Offstage, that character slowly took over his real life. Alcohol became a constant companion, blurring the line between performance and reality. At his worst, Alice drank from the moment he woke up until he passed out. Fame made it easy to hide the damage, but the damage was very real. During the height of his addiction, Alice struggled with memory loss, violent mood swings, and severe health issues. Friends and bandmates watched him fade while the public only saw the outrageous stage persona. Alcohol nearly destroyed his marriage and career. He reached a point where his body began shutting down, and doctors warned him that his lifestyle was no longer survivable. What makes Alice Cooper's story powerful is the turnaround. With support from family and a strong personal belief system, he entered recovery and was fully committed to sobriety. He did not just quit drinking. He rebuilt his identity, separating the stage character from the real person behind it. Over time, his health improved, his focus returned, and his career found new life. Alice became one of the earliest metal figures to speak openly about recovery. His honesty helped remove shame from addiction conversations in rock music. Today, his career stands as proof that survival does not weaken an artist, it strengthens them. 12. Rob Halford. Rob Halford's voice defined heavy metal. Behind that powerful sound, he carried a private struggle that few understood at the time. Alcohol was deeply tied to his life as a way to cope with pressure, fame, and personal conflict. Touring schedules were brutal, expectations were high, and Rob felt trapped between his public image and private truth. Drinking became a way to escape. As years passed, alcohol turned from relief into dependence. It affected his mental health, decision-making, and sense of stability. While Judas Priest continued releasing successful music, Rob felt increasingly disconnected. The weight of hiding personal struggles while maintaining a metal god image pushed him deeper into addiction. Eventually, everything reached a breaking point. Rob left the band and entered recovery. Sobriety gave him clarity and strength for the first time in years. Without alcohol dulling his mind, he confronted personal truths and rebuilt his life with honesty and self-acceptance. The result was not the end of his career, but a rebirth.